Are you someone who sometimes feels that your work isn't good enough, that you're not good enough to compete, that as you're building your new business, other people are doing it better, and why even bother? Why even try? The reality is that we all compare ourselves to what's out there, and some of it's of exceptional quality, and people have had phenomenal success. But why would we compare our first chapter to their finished book? The reality is that they had to start somewhere first too. And this is our opportunity. Often if you scroll back to some of the really big players' very, very first posts or very first videos, you can see such a dramatic difference between the high level of professionalism that they're at now and the very amateurish, beginnerish way that they started. Well, why not us too? Why not start where we are, just take a step forward and start to bring our skills into the marketplace? I know that there's a massive fear of failure here, and that fear of shame and feeling like we didn't succeed. But the only way to succeed is to really take those steps forward, to take those opportunities to fail fast. Because when we fail fast, we learn and we can iterate, we can change it and come back with something a little bit different. If you never take that first step, you'll never make those learnings and make those changes which ultimately will lead to the success down the road. Only when we take action do we gain the clarity that we need to make those decisions. So I would say take the action, even if you're not sure if it's good enough, because messy action is actually the right way to take it. Because if you overwork something and you spend a really long time on it and you really want to get it absolutely A+, by the time you put it out, if it's not hitting the mark or you got something wrong and you have to change it and start again, that's going to take you a very, very long time to get where you want to go. So I say, and I have embraced enormously, now in my life and in my previous career in advertising, perfectionism was not just the gold standard, but expected. And I subscribe to that too. Certainly, decks wouldn't go out, presentations wouldn't get made without, several pairs of eyes over them, an immense amount of time and effort. Now, whilst that might be right in that industry, when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur, that's going to slow you down massively, and people just aren't judging you to the same extremes. I know you feel perhaps sometimes that you're being judged. The reality is that people are not paying that much attention. So you need to just get your work out there and cut through. You need to make an impact. And the best way of doing that is to take the action, even if you're scared that it might not be good enough. Take those 20 seconds of courage, step forward and just let something out into the world. I love this quote. I think it's a Japanese proverb, and it says, "A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it, it just blooms." And what I love about that is it just tells me that we are all special. We all have our beauty and our skills and our gifts to bring into the world. And if you hold back and you're always waiting to see if you're as good as somebody else, you're never going to be your authentic self and bringing that to help the people that you're out there to help. So please, just today, let something out into the world that perhaps before you were scared wouldn't be good enough, and see what happens. It could be good. See you soon. Bye now.